One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on last year's national champions, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the game. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Beavers offense will start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. And both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Unloads it left. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. So Georgia Tech's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will...
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, middle up, breaks into the open. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play, just making it happen.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Beavers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That's caught. It's Anger. And the defense drags him down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. The Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Georgia Tech field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
They go to the wide receiver screen, and he was able to get back on top of it. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Connection to the right. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if you can go make something with his feet.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Oregon State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
A first down for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in, it's Garcia. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all 3 phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what the coach is talking about, like when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got it all right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's got it and still on his feet. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He's chased out of bounds at the 11-yard line, and now they're backed up after that poor return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll give it to the back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it for a big play. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll keep it on the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Beavers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Oh, they're after him. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from there in Corvallis. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Reser Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Beavers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. It's complete. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Going to sling it on second down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their time, you get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37. The Beavers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. There he goes. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Beavers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Looking to fire. Moving away from pressure. Touchdown, Beavers! Fit it in the window for the score.
Down close second and goal like this, you got to find your best matchup. Really nice play call. Looked like they had the defense on their heels there. That was a nice touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Unloads to the right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Yellow Jackets will punt it away on fourth down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to go up top on first down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give on the option. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this run.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Beavers with the 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Anger. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the...
This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. With the catch, it's Garcia. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Off the play fake on first down. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Runs through a tackle. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Yellow Jackets didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side. After the filthy move, he's got room. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. To the air on second down. Get it out on the screen. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. The give as they work on that clock. Got the first down and more. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He'll try the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Absolutely perfect. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Washington has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 25 over Illinois. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And they take it in for 6 more points.
How about that? Coming up big. Less than 30 seconds in the ball game. You need a score, and this offense absolutely responds. Go kick that extra point, take the 7-point lead, and let your defense finish this one off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Now in the waning seconds, Jesse, you've put yourself in position to pull this one out.
And there's a chance this may come down to the kicker, guys. So which hash mark does he like to kick from the best? You got to play call this to give your guy the best chance to make his kick.
And how much confidence do I have in it? You know, what's his range? All those things come into account of how aggressive you want to be, maybe going towards the end zone versus a field goal.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. The Beavers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. The line of scrimmage is the 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. And it's good. He drove it through the uprights. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.